What's up guys, Brando Commando here, back with another Trove video. Today I'm going to be showing you the Boomeranger build. Boomeranger is a pretty good all-around class. It's a physical damage type, so let's jump straight into this video here. I'll show you guys the pieces of gear. So starting off, Crystal level 4 is the highest gear. So you're going to want to run movement speed, magic find, and attack speed. Pretty much on all pieces. For one of them I run physical damage, just to get that extra damage. And then of course for the banner, you're going to want to use, hopefully you have a permatorch that you got from the Leviathans. So you're going to want to run this one. Physical damage, flask, and movement speed. And for your ally, the new update came out with the skill tree, and this ally you get from the skill tree, and to me this is the best one now for physical damage. You get 400 light and 25% physical damage, and it also helps with some health and then movement speed. So this is the best physical damage one. And now for the ring, this is the best ring. C4 ring and magic find. There's really no other stat that you want for this. You don't want critical hit, you don't want energy regen, so you're gonna want to get magic find. And then the main thing is the hidden effects, which is blast bow. Basically it makes where each of your attack does AoE damage. So this is probably one of the most important hidden rings effects for a class. So and then of course for food, use the one with 300 light. And now for the flask, I'm pretty much either running the death defying if it's something where it's harder survivability, for example like a Leviathan, or if you're in U11 upland and you're doing like the 5-star dungeons and you have the health regen, the station right there, and basically you want death defying because the boss 2 in the 5-star dungeon usually hits pretty hard. So definitely that's the time to run death defying. But other than that, if you're farming the lower end basic dungeons in U11, you should be fine with Conjurer's Crucible because it helps with your DPS a lot. You're always popping your flask and you're getting the damage boost right here, physical damage. For the other one, you can run Trailblazing. This is what I'm farming. Now for bosses though, I actually run Chronomatic Emblem. This one resets the cooldowns of your ability. So that you can also do that for 5-star pretty much. If you're in U11 upland, which is the the one with the waves, you're gonna want to run Chronomatic for the boss damage, because you really don't need to traverse the area that much around that area, so you don't need Trailblazing. It's all like close. Everything's pretty close by for the as far as the cursed skulls and all that. So that's your two things. You got your 2 different flasks you'll be using, and you got your 2 different emblems. You'll always run this emblem. All right. And for the mount, this is the best mount. It's really good for going across farming and stuff. It helps you get up to high areas. So you're pretty much use your boomerang for movement speed, and then you can launch with that. So that's pretty much it. Let me give you a brief description of how the boomerang works now, because it got with the rework, it's really nice now. So let me just show you real quick. So with a boomerang, boomerang can equip either a bow or a sword. So this is nice with a boomerang. You can be using this class, and you're going to be seeing, crystal. You're going to be seeing crystal drops of both the bow and the melee, which is kind of neat. If you're ever, wanting to get a C4 on a melee class, and you're, using this, you can also get drops, and it can help another class. You might use like the knight or the neon ninja. Whatever class uses melee, so it's kind of neat seeing both drops. But so yeah, Boomeranger can equip either the bow or sword. Basic attacks and abilities change based on what weapon the Boomeranger has equipped. With a bow, basic attacks will shoot fire arrows, ice, and bomb in that order. Fire arrows deal the dot damage, ice slows, and bombs deal AoE damage. Every third bow provides a cooldown reduction. With this is now a separate. With a sword equipped, every third attack summons a cyclone at your location, dealing damage over time for a short period, and grants the Boomeranger a damage reduction buff. Additionally, a fairy companion will heal the Boomeranger. So that's that little bird right there. Now and then that's going to heal me, I think, when my health gets lower. It's not too much, but so pretty much the best weapon for in-game is you're going to be utilizing the bow. The melee weapon is, it's a neat little playstyle, but the damage output, for the bow is a lot better. So pretty much that's all I use is the bow. And let me just quickly show you the melee weapon if you guys want to use it too. I think I have it on my knight. Yeah, let me get my sword, C4 one. Unequip that. So here's the melee. Okay, this is pretty much it. So it's an AoE damage. Basically, this is not as good because for one, it hits less than the bow, and then also you only get one boomerang. This big one right here. So yeah, and then look, see, I missed it, right? Because of that, then it messes up the cooldown. So definitely not as good, because you always want to have more of these for the movement speed. So it's not as good damage wise and utility wise for movement speed. And then also it changes up your your ultimate. Like you get 5 of these, and then yeah, everything is just basically not. There's pretty much no point of using the melee weapon. It like changes the whole kit, as you can see. If you're using the melee weapon, that is literally just because you want to play like that, different fighting preference. But there's a whole lot better characters for melee that do it better than the boomerang. So definitely don't recommend that. Like even the knight would be a better melee class than the boomerang. So yeah, definitely use the bow. It's a lot better. Alright, so we have the boomerangs. This is how you get your movement speed. Basically it has to come back to you. It's kind of annoying. I wish you could just throw it, and then you get the movement buff, because when you're jumping around and stuff, you can miss it. You have to make sure it actually comes back to you and hits you. That's how you get your movement speed. If you look on the top left, you'll see the icon. So you gotta like time it if you're trying to do it midair. Like, let's see right here, I'll show you. So boom, let's say I release it. See, sometimes it won't. Here, let me get one. So, oh, by the way, shooting it, just by shooting, you don't even have to damage an enemy. It recharges your boomerang, so it's very fast. Okay, it looks like, yeah, so that you can just see how it can be annoying sometimes to get your boomerang. back in midair. You gotta kind of time it, but typically, for the most part, you'll be on the ground. Like, you know, you can come down on the ground real quick, and then you get it back, and then keep going like that. So it's just getting used to it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for your movement speed utilizing the boomerang. Alright, let me show you here. This is the ultimate. Big Bach bomb throws a time bomb for big damage and causes knockback to enemies damaged by it. It spawns the chickens. So you can see right here. Now I like to see also shooting lowers the cooldown too of your ultimate. If you can see it right there, skip a little bit. So very nice addition added. I think this was part of the rework. I don't think they always had that. Now also boss damage. You know, if I was doing a boss, I would switch to the chromatic emblem to get back my bomb and the Bach bomb, and then also the L1 ability, which is just a random buff, a random thing you get. There's like a whole list. For the most part, they do good damage. All of the things that you get, but there is like some where it's like healing and stuff like that. So let's just see what I get here. Yeah, so this is just like extra the chickens, basically like another R1 ability. So just kind of random. Alright, so that's the gist of it. Subclass, damage-wise, the Solarian. Pretty much always use this to get your extra light. I don't really use any other one. You could use the Knight if you want more flasks, but I want that pure damage buff with the light. So, pretty much sums it up all for the gear. Gems. So let's just start off, obviously, for the lesser gems, which are the smaller ones, for the blue, red, and yellow. Critical damage, physical damage, and critical hit. Once you get your critical hit to 100%, or you start getting over it, like let's say I get 113 critical hit, right? And this gem right here gives 13 critical hit. So if I have 113, that means I want to convert this one to health. So basically, once you go over 100, you're gonna start converting some of them to health. So I've been able to change some of them. So that's how I get my health to like 2.3 mil, as you can see. So that's the idea for that. And then yeah, as far as the empowered, this is the class gem empowered. You're gonna use Power Disc. That's a must. Explosive Epilogue 2. To me, these are the only two good ones. I really don't know any other ones that would benefit the boomerang. So I would just stay with these, try and get these. And then now for the Cosmic Empowered, it's pretty much for boss damage when you're more stationary, like you need the damage, just run Berserk Battler. And if you're like really just trying to farm like easy low and stuff, you're going to use right here Vampirian Vanquisher, which gives the health and the movement speed. Alright, so we have this. Yeah, for these, physical damage, critical damage, and light. And what's very important here is that when you're Gem Forge, when you're augmenting your gems, all the cosmic need to have all the 3 pearls or boosts and light, as you can see right there. 3 boosts. Right there, 3 boosts. It's very important to always try and get, you want to have max light. It's one of the most important stats in the game. And then for this, the ratio you follow for the lesser gems, the smaller ones, is, let me just count it out real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 physical damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So, yeah, that's right. So, lesser gems is a 9/9 ratio for critical damage and physical damage. So, 9 each. And for the empowered, except the cosmic, cosmic's all light. But for the empowered yellow, blue, red, it's going to be a 6/3. Let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so it's going to be a 6/3. 6 physical damage and 3 critical damage. So that's the idea for that, and eventually you want to get like all of these percentages to 100, augmenting. I am slowly getting there. I've played this game for a while, and I've always been like lazy on this. But as you can see, I'm finally gonna get around to it. I hope fairly soon here. These are all like pretty much done. It literally just comes down to the one I'm furthest on is the class gem. Yeah, for whatever reason, it's pretty low. So I'm missing some power rank there too, and maximizing damage for the gems. So I'll get that eventually, but it's kind of time gated, to be honest, because of the bound brilliance and just all this stuff. You know, you needed to upgrade it. It's just a process. So, but it's very important, like today's gym day, that you make sure you play on gym day, and so you can get those lustrous gem boxes, they're called, and if you have Patreon, you get 6, and so yeah, and you have a chance of getting like the gem augmenting boosts, which are Builder's Rough, Builder's Precise, and Superior, and these upgrade. So I would say gym day. Let me look at all the dailies. Okay, gathering. Okay, that gathering's like that's kind of like, yeah, I mean, a lot of the days are all important. Gathering would be like if you're trying to farm on your own for nitro and you're trying to still upgrade your crystal level 4 gear and you need nitro. This is kind of important if you're really farming like the Geode world and you're still trying to get like max mastery or something, which I have max. You're trying to get mastery rank 100 for Geode. I would say Monday is important for that. But yeah, as far as like leveling, gym day is important, and I would say dragon day is really important too. Dragons are a big part of power rank and stats. So yeah, dragon day and gym day is, to me, like right now, to me it's the most important. So but so that's all the gems. And that is it. Let me show you a brief my stats. See here. Alright, so for whatever reason, the Boomer has a naturally higher physical damage. So like, I was a Shadow Hunter main before, and then I converted all these to Boomer once I leveled it up. And my Shadow Hunter, everything exactly the same, gear, everything. I had 600k physical damage. All of a sudden, I changed everything to the Boomer, and I have a naturally higher physical damage by like a lot. So yeah, that's pretty high right there. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much in game. I could get it a little bit higher, but that's still really high. 2.3 health. You get your health up as you get your critical hit over that 100 marker, so you convert them to health. That's pretty much how you get your health. Movement speed is 115. 303 attack speed, so I hit that cap for attack speed, which is 300. So you know, yeah. So 300 is the cap for like physically, like the game, like your character performance wise, like doing an attack. Like this number can go higher, right? But 300 is all you need. So, and if you get any higher, it's not going to change how fast you shoot, basically. Alright, jump, okay, 38, 101 critical hit. So my critical damage, I want to get that up. That's on the lower end. It sucks is because you know, like with a Shadow Hunter, I would put these attack speeds to critical damage. I can't do that with a Boomer, so I lose out but on some critical damage, but the Boomer has naturally high physical damage, so it makes up there. So once I get that a little bit higher, that'll be nice. Pretty much I'm missing just some gem augmenting to get it up, and then also some dragons that give critical damage. Magic Fine, okay, and then light, 10,770. I can't remember what the max light is now. It used to be 10,670, but now it's like, I want to say like 10,920. So I'm not too far off. With Berserk Battler, the light will go above that, so that's kind of neat. Alright, that's pretty much it. I'll give you a brief gameplay. Let me just show you the skill tree real quick. A lot of people, not sure how to start it off. The skill trees is something that's gonna take long. It's time gated for sure. Like, they made this where you can't just knock it out and get this right away. I thought there would be a extreme pay to win way, where you could literally buy the Astral Echoes or the what do you call it, Celestial Spheres, but you can't. It's only you can pay to win for is the Constellation Keys, which that's an important part, but what's even is more important is right here, the Celestial Keys, and that is not, you have to just play the game. If you do buy something, I would buy the Astral Echo Tomb. So like in the store here, new. So definitely buy that. That will help out big time because it's gonna take a while. So as far as the skill tree goes, right off the bat, I am going for light. So I think for the most part, everyone should go for light. It's like the most important thing in the game for doing damage, and even you need light requirements too, like to even do damage in certain waves of U11 and like the 5-star. So like, yeah, you definitely need it. What I did it is I actually went up here first and I grabbed the ally, because once you grab it, it grants it permanently. So I have Scorpius, right? There's Scorpius, and I reset the star chart, and then I went over here because I wanted to grab the major star of light, and now I'm going to keep this because, let's see, 150 light, and then eventually I'm going to branch off. Looks like, let me see, I'm going over here. Yeah, so I'm going to eventually go here and get the minor star of light. So, and then I'll eventually work up here and get the other minor star of light. So then I'll be on max light. Well, almost max light. I'm like super close here at getting this dragon, and I will give once I get that and then the skill tree, then I'll be at max light. So just waiting for Coruxian, I think that's how you say it. He comes on every other Friday. He'll come. It's either Luxian and then Coruxian or whatever the heck his name is. Get that last dragon fragment. So max light right there. Also, I'm going to do a quick promotion for my club here. This is Loaded Potato. It's been around for a while. We're kind of in need of members. We still got all the buffs, all the main buffs you want. Right here. This is pretty much the best buffs. Yeah, pretty much. I think, this one technically might not be the best one. So Traveling Club Merchant. Let me check my Vertex. I believe Vertex has it. Yeah, so Experience, Jump, Talesman, and Magic Find. So we're just missing out on the Experience for, let me see. Yeah, so that's the only thing Loaded Potatoes doing different, is they're not doing the Experience one. So I mean, that's only neat if you're trying to level up a class, you know. But for the most part, as far as stat-wise, performance-wise, Loaded Potato is using the best buffs. But yeah, one thing I've always liked about this club is very, very good atmosphere. Like, everything is well set up as far as like your stations, and it feels very comfortable versus like a lot of the other, you know, clubs I'm in. It's not as like not everything is like conveniently placed. Like this, they do it really good. But yeah, if you guys are interested in joining, message me on the comments or something, and I can invite you. I'm also in Vertex, JDM Astro, and Diagon Alley. And that's my Vault Club World. The Vault. Sorry for the cough, guys. I'm trying to almost getting over a cold I've had. Just that drainage phase. But let me show you some gameplay. Do the U11 here. U11. This is pretty much the hardest difficulty. Let me see. Okay, so right now I have Berserk Battler. I'm just gonna leave that. I'm not gonna use Vampirian Vanquisher. Trailblazing. Yeah, I'll leave these in. Alrighty, I don't want to go where that guy's going. So the damage is really good, as you can see here. This is the hardest difficulty. Harder than U11 Geode. So do that. I hate these waves with a 3 because the enemies usually the enemies naturally go after you, but for these enemies they just linger in the back, and it's very annoying because the grouping is harder. So just kind of annoying. Clear time. This is just a boss. Be fast. Just melt bosses. Yeah, so before I was maining the Shadow Hunter, but I just wanted a different look. Shadow Hunter gets kind of annoying because of the that single target firing of the bow, and I just wanted that balance of AoE and still doing good boss damage. And if you want that, Boomer is the way to go. It's basically like if you want like single target and mainly focused on boss damage, you know, that's what the Shadow Hunter leans toward too. Shadow Hunter is also a little bit, it's faster movement speed wise. Boomer's still good, but Shadow Hunter is still, it's a little bit it's faster. Yeah, so a little bit faster, and then single target boss damage, go use the Shadow Hunter. And with the Boomer, what you're going to get is very good AoE. And on top of that, it also has pretty good boss damage when you're using Chromatic Emblem. When I'm using Chromatic Emblem, I'll show it in a little bit. I'm really like spamming. I'm popping my flasks and I'm spamming like R1, L1, and I'm just dishing out pretty good damage. So it's definitely up there. Just a little bit slower class. So see, these little enemies don't attack. It's kind of annoying. Or they don't come at me. Those little like turret things. Let's see. Let me look for a 5-star real quick. If I can find one. I won't look too long, so this video is already long enough. Because I know you guys are mainly here for the general build synopsis of the class here. So here. Oh, that enemy launched me. Oh, here's a I guess you'd call it, yeah, the 3-star dungeon. So, like for example, I'll just show you this one. I don't know, there's no 5 stars around. With this one, the Shadow Hunter would be very annoying to deal with because you're trying to like target the boss, right? And in this area, there's just enemies everywhere. The Boomeranger does like nice high damage across all like enemies AoE. So, I'll show you here. Just drop in the bombs, L1 boom, start swinging. Look at that. Nails all the enemies. You gotta watch out. These suckers they're tanky. So we got one here for that. Bam those. Let's get out of here. Be nice if I could show you a 5-star, but yeah. Open world bot. See, I'm getting some movement speed right now from killing the enemies and then popping my flask too. See, that was a fail. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, there you go. See, it's easy to miss sometimes. See, I missed there too. Got that one. Let's take out that boss. Just freaking melted him. Lasered. Boomeranger. OP. Yeah, after the rework, this is a lot better class. I noticed there's some tier list videos recently, like by Sayushi, and he to me has it lower than what it is. I don't know if he didn't fully calculate like after the rework and stuff. I think he didn't fully take everything into consideration. Yeah, he was mainly going off of the old way of how the boomer is. I believe I've seen some tier list videos, but I think Boomerang definitely moved up. It's hard, like, see, if you're making a tier list, right, usually you go off of like overall from speed farming to like boss damage, right? So it's so close. Like, I don't know if I can give it an S tier because it's below it. It doesn't do S tier movement speed like farming. And it doesn't do, it's so close. I don't know if I could say it does S tier boss damage, but it's like A+, A+. I say it's right under S tier, like in between. You know what I mean? So it's not an A, it's not an S, it's like just right above S a little bit, which is definitely a class you can main. I think this is an excellent class for a variety, getting both drops of weapons, bow, melee. So it's definitely a good starter class. Definitely start with a bow though for more damage. Get that hidden ring effect of blast bow. Get that class gem, and you're rolling. But anyways, guys, I know I promised a night video build a while back, so I need to make sure I do that. I ended up jumping to the boomer because I seen all this stuff on the rework and stuff. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna play this class. So, but I'll go back and I'll do a video for the night build because I know someone been asking for that. So alright guys, I'll see you in the next video. If you have any questions, looking to join any clubs, hit me up, and I'll see you guys around. Peace.